let's talk about something very, very special. And for that, I really need your open mind. Okay, let's start from the very simple. You like yogurt? I love yogurt. Okay, yogurt has some bacteria, okay, let's say, that you put in the milk, mix, and that become, after a few hours, yogurt. It was milk and become yogurt. So that is something inside that will make the transformation. If I keep the yogurt outside the fridge for 2 days, what is going to happen? It's going to get rotten. It just going to smell bad and it just transform itself. I can never eat that yogurt anymore. Just to be true. Okay. So now, what happened? Let's go now to the science. I'm going to bring a small little point because I want to bring it to one point, one very important point. Look at the science. If you see the human science, okay, the thought, what you call it, the path of humanity, we just start to discover first many things, the fire and so many other things, the wheel, okay, but the smaller thing we can never discover. We discovered the atom in the 1800. The virus until 120 years ago, you know, still it was unknown. Discoveries. I don't know if you ever heard about Galileo, because at the beginning, you know, there was in the 1600 the people believed that the Earth was flat, plan. Okay, so but actually. We know now that the Earth is round. Of course, somebody still believes it's flat. But anyway, that is we give them the freedom to do that, right? So they almost burned him. Means the Inquisition said, "No, we don't believe you." But that was what happened. So at that time was the science, okay, the discovery, the atoms, the viruses, and all this kind of thing. So there is something that sometimes we don't know. If I ask you, there is any mystery in the universe? You said, yes, there are millions of mysteries. Yeah, are you sure? Maybe not. Maybe there's not even one. Like say, if I to say, I'm going to use this watch, what is inside this watch? I have no idea. I know how to use it, but I don't know how it's made inside. But the fellow who create knows. For him it's no mystery, for me it's a great mystery. Okay? So like this we saw so many things that we don't really believe at the beginning, but then after that the science come out after many time, okay? After many years. So now, today I want to talk to you about a concept that is new, okay? But I don't want to clash with the science, okay? Because the science said, no, the carbon atom is the smallest unit in the world. Okay, maybe the quark now, okay, is the smallest. They believe this so, but maybe there is something smaller. So now, what we talk about is that something comes from a knowledge. Okay, what is knowledge? Knowledge is, there are two different kinds of knowledge. One is a knowledge that is useful or useless. Okay, it's very useful to know how to drive, how to use a computer, how to do many things in life. Gosh, it's very important. We have to live in this world. We have to be happy, right? There are also many useless stuff that we do, and there's just lost of time. Okay, the second kind of knowledge is the transcendental knowledge. Is when a great mind expand itself. This mind expand, and start to get knowledge from different sources. Okay, what is the sources? The supreme knowledge. Okay, so now you see, I give you an example. Google. Okay, let's say 30 years ago, I can never believe that with my mobile, I just type a word and I get 200 million result just in 0 second. Okay, so how that can be? I mean, that knowledge is somewhere. Okay, it's in the cloud. Now we know, but what is the cloud? Is okay. So like this knowledge that I'm going to give to you is coming from transcendental knowledge. Okay, let's say there is some emanation from the supreme consciousness or from the creator. How you call it is not matter much. There is some very minuscule being, okay? We call microvita. Micro means very, very small life, very small life. It's just the smallest unit of life, okay? And there are different kinds of microvita. There are positive and negative microvita, okay? So the negative microvita, they believe they are stay more with the material part, and the positive microvita are more on the subtle part, the mind and the spirit, okay? So now there is the equal number in the universe of these microvita, positive and negative, okay? So now this positive and negative, there is always a constant fight between them. It's like the fight between good and evil. Have you ever heard about that? Yes, the world is full of evil, but it's also full of good. Why this happen? You ever saw that in your own life, sometimes you feel depressed, sometimes you feel influenced by negative energy and you don't want to do things, or sometimes you feel full of energy. What is influencing you? Or is it just your emotions? We'll talk about that, but what is influencing you? Okay? So what we have to think is that our body is the perfect field. It's made also all this carbon atom and billions of cells, but the billions of cells are also made by those microvita. Okay. So now what is happening? There is a fight, constant fight between this positive and negative. Okay? So what is happening here? That when the negative microvita, they become bigger in number, they go to devour the positive microvita, or vice versa. So what is a disease? Is when the negative microvita getting, hold of the rest, and they start to, and you feel weak, and then the disease. So the most crude form of negative microvita is called virus, and we come to coronavirus, okay, COVID-19 in this case, because this is our problem right now. So is a negative microvita that is attacking us. What should we do? Okay, we should create positive microvita, attract positive microvita to our body, in such a way that this positive microvita devour the negative microvita and we get rid of disease. Or we create that kind of mental strength and physical strength that this negative microvita will not attack us, cannot attack us. Okay? And they are enemies. So we need to get rid of them. That's the war. But this war is all in the mental level. Okay, the doctor will invent the vaccine, the medicine, whatever, fine. But right now you don't have. So right now you have to defend yourself. And this is not happening only because of the coronavirus. This is happening every time in your life. There are people, it's a fight between happiness and unhappiness. So what you want to do? What you want to be? You want to be happy or unhappy? I'm sure you want to be happy like everybody else. So to be happy, you have to have the tools to get this happiness. So you need to know well your body. You need to have some very specific tool that will help to destroy this negative microvita, to attract the positive microvita and get this happiness. Look, we all, not all, but many people believe of Jesus. Fine, fantastic, it's fantastic. Okay, but if you believe in Jesus, you see that Jesus was walking on the water, or was just multiplying bread and fish and wine. How can he do that? It's a miracle. It's not a miracle, it's just a power. So what I want to do with you, I want to give you power in such a way that you can have this power in your mind, and the mind becomes so strong that go and attack and win against this negative microvita. That's it. So what we do now is we will explain to you other concepts, and then I'll give you tools of power that will help you to create a positive microvita and win the negative microvita.